Good morning, children. Welcome back. Hope you all are fine and safe and staying well at your homes. So, children, let us start today's lecture. This is class 10th, subject mathematics, chapter number 3, pair of linear equations in two variables, lecture number 10, exercise 3.6, and content is covered from NCERT. Children, in previous lecture, I made you understand about reducing a pair of linear equations to a pair of linear equations. So children, what was there in that method? Basically, you will be having a pair of linear equations given in two variables and you are going to convert it into another pair of linear equation which is nothing but the generalized form of a pair of linear equations. That is a1x plus b1y plus c1 is equal to 0, a2x plus b2y plus c2 is equal to 0. Fine. Now, today's topic of this lecture are reducing a pair of linear equation to a pair of linear equations that I am going to continue with. Along with it, children, I am going to take the word problem based on the same concept. So children, in the previous video, I took 3 questions based on the same concept. Today I am going to take another question based on the same type, that is reducing a pair of linear equation to another pair of linear equations. So this is question number 1, 7th part from exercise 3.6. Clear children? So the statement is 10 upon x plus y plus 2 upon x minus y is equal to 4. 15 upon x plus y minus 5 upon x minus y is equal to minus 2. Children, here you can see that neither equation 1 nor equation 2 are in generalized form of a pair of linear equations. So definitely we have to convert them. So what is to be done for that? Here you can see in equation 1 as well as in equation 2, 1 upon x plus y and 1 upon x minus y is common. So what I am going to do, I am just going to assume 1 upon x plus y as u and 1 upon x minus y as v. Clear children? Now, what have the new equations become? Look, at place of 1 upon x plus y, here you are going to put u and here at place of 1 upon x minus y, you are going to put v. So what we have got children, this is 10u plus 2v is equal to 4. 15u minus 5v is equal to minus 2. Fine children. So let them consider as equation number 1 and equation number 2. Children, here you can notice how to solve this pair of linear equations in two variables. Here I am going to adopt a elimination method. What is to be done in that? You know very well. I am going to make the numerical coefficient of either u or v same. So what I observed, if I am going to multiply equation number 1 by 5 and equation number 2 by 2, so what is the new form of the equation that I am going to get? This is 10 into 5, you will get 50u plus 10v is equal to 5 4s are 20. This is equation number 3. Now I am multiplying equation number 2 by 2. So what I am going to get? 30u minus 10v is equal to minus 4. Children, here you can see that 10v and 10v, they both are same. They are having the same numerical coefficient with a different sign. So what I am going to do, I am just going to add both the equation. What I am going to do? Adding both the equation. So definitely this plus 10v will be cancelled with minus 10v, correct? Here I have got 80u is equal to 16. So what is the value of u? U is equal to 16 upon 80. That is 1 upon 5. Now put the equation of u, put the value of u in equation number 3. What is equation number 3 children? This is 50u plus 10v is equal to 20. 50 into at place of u I am putting 1 upon 5. Both are going to be cancelled. So here I have got 10 plus 10v is equal to 20. So 10 plus 10v is equal to 20. 10v I will keep here on left hand side and this 10 I am going to take on another side. So this will become 20 minus 10 is equal to 10. So 10v is equal to 10. So what is the value of v? V is equal to 1. Clear children? Okay. Now children, the value of u which we have just calculated, that is 1 upon 5. But what was our assumption? We assumed u as 1 upon x plus y, taking reciprocal. So this is another equation which I have got, that is x plus y is equal to 5. In the same manner, 1 upon x minus y was assumed as v, which is equal to 1. See children, I have just calculated v is equal to 1. After taking reciprocal, what you will be getting? You will be getting x minus y is equal to 1. Correct? So this is x minus y is equal to 1, equation number 6. X plus y is equal to 5, equation number 5. Now again, I am going to adopt elimination method. Here you can see minus y and plus y will be cancelled. Fine, they both are having the same numerical coefficient, that is 1. So 2x is equal to 6, x is equal to 3. Now put this value of x in equation number 5. What is equation number 5? X plus y is equal to 5. At place of x I am putting 3. 3 plus y is equal to 5. So what is the value of y? Y is equal to 5 minus 3, that is 2. Understood children? So thus the value of x is equal to 3 and y is equal to 2. Now children, let us switch to the word problem based on the same concept. Ritu can row downstream 20 km in 2 hours and upstream 4 km in 2 hours. Find her speed of rowing in still water and the speed of the current. So here children, you have to calculate two speeds. One speed of rowing in still water and another speed of the current. Fine. So whatever we have to find out, we are just going to assume the same. So let the speed of the rowing in still water is x km per hour. You know that the speeds are always considered in kilometer per hour and even in meter per second. That depends on the units. So let the speed of the current is equal to y km per hour. Here basically in the statement we are dealing with kilometer per hour. So that's why I have assumed in kilometer per hour only. Clear children? Okay, now you let me know one thing. Suppose if I am flowing in the downward direction and definitely the water also flows in the downstream only. So definitely my speed of moving will be increased. So that's why here I am going to calculate first of all downstream speed. What is to be done for that? First of all, you will be writing here speed of rowing in still water, that is x. So speed of current will be added in it so that the downstream speed we are going to calculate. So what is to be done to calculate downstream speed? You have to add the speed of the current in the speed in still water. Clear? In the same manner, now I am going to calculate upstream speed. See, if the water is flowing in the downstream direction but you are going upstream, so definitely the speed will be reduced. So what is to be done to calculate upstream speed? First of all, you will be taking the speed of rowing in still water. This is still water speed, x, minus y. Why? Because the speed of the current will be reduced now in this case because the person is going to the another direction. He is moving upward stream. Fine, he is moving upward side. So this is x minus y kilometer per hour. Now, children, you know very well how to calculate time when you know about distance as well as speed. So time is equal to distance upon speed. Please be alert. Just have a look on the question. When Ritu was going to cover 20 km, then she was going to take 2 hours. And the condition was for downstream. Correct children? But when she is going to cover 4 km, she is taking 2 hours. But what is the condition? Here she is going to pick upstream speed. Correct? So what is to be done? Here I am just going to apply the formula of time is equal to distance upon speed. What is distance in first case? 20 km. What is the speed? Because we are dealing with downstream speed first. So that definitely I have to take x plus y, which is equal to 2 hours. While cross multiplying children, you will get 20 is equal to 2x plus 2y. So it implies to 2x plus 2y is equal to 20. Means x plus y is equal to 10. Now let us discuss case number 2 for upward speed. What is the total distance covered by the child? That is 4 km. This is upward speed, that is x minus y. And how much is the time taken? That is 2 hours. This is nothing but the children formula of time. Look, this is distance, this is upward, or I should say upstream speed is equal to time, that is 2 hours. Now again, while cross multiplying, I am going to get 2x minus 2y is equal to 4, that is x minus y is equal to. Now after getting both the equations in two variables, that is x plus y is equal to 10, x minus y is equal to 2. Definitely this is very simple to adopt elimination method over here. Plus y and minus y will be cancelled. So what I have got, 2x is equal to 12. So x is equal to 12 upon 2, that is x is equal to 6. Now put the value of x in equation number 1. This is x plus y is equal to 10. This is equation number 1. So 6 plus y is equal to 10. So what is the value of y? Y is equal to 10 minus 6, that is y is equal to 4. So hence the speed of rowing in still water is equal to x, that is 6 km per hour, and the speed of the current is equal to y, that is 4 km per hour. Clear, children? Now children, let us switch to the new concept that is based on time as well as work. In this concept also we are going to adopt the same method, that is reducing a pair of linear equation to another pair of linear equation. So please be alert, this is very important type. I am going to read the statement. 2 women and 5 men can together finish an embroidery work in 4 days. How many days they both are going to take? 2 women and 5 men are taking 4 days. While 3 women and 6 men can finish in 3 days. Find the time taken by one woman alone to finish the work and also the time taken by one man alone. For one woman, how much time is taken, as well as for one man, how much time is taken. This concept I am going to teach you now. Before I start explaining the solution of this question, children, you must have to keep one thing in your mind, that the time taken by a person is always the reciprocal of the work done by that person, as well as it's vice versa also. Clear? For example, if I am going to take 2 days to finish a work, so definitely half work will be done by me in 1 day. Clear? As I had 2 days, so what did I do with 2 days? I have taken the reciprocal of that 2 days. So that has become half. So if I am going to finish a work in 2 days, definitely work done by me in 1 day will be half. Clear, children? So the same concept I am going to apply here. As we have to calculate the time taken by one woman as well as by one man, so the same I am going to assume. Let the time taken by one woman to finish the work is equal to x days. Children, you let me know. If the woman is going to take x days to complete one task, so definitely how much work will be done by that woman in 1 day? That would be 1 upon x. This is nothing but the reciprocal of the time taken by the person. Clear, children? Now, time taken by by one man, that is y days. So definitely I told you whatever time will be taken by the person and whatever work will be done by the person, they both are reciprocal of each other. So work done by one woman in 1 day is equal to 1 upon x, because x were the days. So you have to take the reciprocal of the days to calculate the work done by one woman. In the same manner, work done by one man in 1 day is equal to 1 upon y. Now according to question, in case number 1, children, you read in the statement 2 women. See, if one woman is going to do the work that is equivalent to, that is equal to 1 upon x. So 2 women are going to do the work, means they are going to do more work. So for more, what you have to do, you have to multiply. So that will be equivalent to 2 upon x. This is nothing but 2 into 1 upon x. Correct? That is equal to 2 upon x plus. Now, work done by one man is 1 upon y. So if 5 men are working, then definitely how much work will be done by them? More work. For more, what is to be done? 5 into 1 upon y. That will give you 5 upon y. Okay. They both, when 2 women as well as 5 men were working, then they took total 4 days. Here we are dealing with work done. So work done plus work done must be equal to work done. As there were 4 days taken by both the persons, means 2 women and 5 men. So I have to deal with the work done. They are taking 4 days. So means how much work is done by them? That is 1 upon 4. Here please do not forget to convert it into work done. You had 4 days. Okay? 2 women and 5 men were taking 4 days. So how much work is done by them? That is 1 upon 4. Here generally the children used to write 4. 4 are days. This here you are dealing with the work done. Clear children? Now for case 2, 3 women. 3 women definitely how much work they are going to do? That is 3 upon x plus 6 men. That is 6 upon y. How many days they are going to take? 3 women and 6 men are finishing the work in 3 days. So definitely the work will be done by them. That is equivalent to 1 upon 3. Clear children? Just have a look. Hasn't it become the same type? Reducing a pair of linear equation to a pair of another linear equation, which is actually the generalized form. So here 1 upon x and 1 upon y are common in both the equations. So let us assume them as u and v. So here I have got 2u. This is 2u plus 5v is equal to 1 upon 4. While cross multiplying, children, I have got 8u plus 20v is equal to 1. Correct? In the same manner, this is 3u plus 6v is equal to 1 upon 3. Cross multiplying, I have got 9u plus 18v is equal to 1. These are equations number 3 as well as 4. Now please notice, if I am going to multiply equation number 3 by 9 and equation number 4 by 8 and after that I am going to subtract them. So see what I am going to get. Multiply equation number 3 by 9 and equation number 4 by 8 and after subtracting what we are going to get, children, please be alert. This is 9 8s are 72u plus 20 into 9 you will get 180v is equal to 9 1s are 9. Correct? Now 8 9s are 72u plus 18 8s are 144v is equal to 8 1s are 8. Fine children? Here if I am going to subtract both the equations 5 as well as 6, I am just going to cancel 72u with minus 72u. Fine, because the numerical coefficient of the variable u are same. So here children I have got 36v is equal to 1. So what is the value of v? V will be 1 upon 36. Now put the value of v in equation number 4. Children, this is equation number 4. 9u plus 18v is equal to 1. 9u plus 18 into, at place of v I am putting 1 upon 36 is equal to 1. 18 1s are 18, 18 2s are 36. So 9u is equal to 1 minus half. This is equivalent to half. So 9u is equal to half. So what is the value of u? Children, please be alert. Here 9 is multiplying with u. When it goes on another side of equal to, it must be divided. Correct? So this I have got 1 upon 2 into 9. That is 1 upon 18. Clear? So through this I have calculated the value of u as 1 upon 18 and the value of v as 1 upon 36. Correct? But what was my assumption in the form of x and y? 1 upon x is equal to u, that is 1 upon 18. 1 upon y is equal to v, that is 1 upon 36. Taking reciprocal. So it implies to x is equal to 18 and here also y is equal to 36. So thus, the single woman can finish the work in 18 days. X were the days which were assumed by me. Fine. For the women. Now, for the single man can finish the work in 36 days. Y was the assumption which was made by me to finish the work by a one man. Clear? So, what is the value of x? X is equal to 18 days and y is equal to 36 days. Understood, children? That's it for the day. Children, you please note down your mathematics homework. What you have to do, beta? Maths homework. Do question number 1. Only one part is left, that is part number H. Along with the classwork questions. In classwork, I have covered 2 statement sum along with one normal question in which you will be having a pair of linear equation was given to which you are going to reduce. Fine. Question number 1, G part. These are classwork questions, children. Question number 1, G part. Second, A and B of exercise 3.6 in homework notebook. Fine. Now from this exercise, only question number 2, C part is left to attempt. So you please try this part. Fine. Definitely tomorrow I am going to take this part. but at least you should try it in advance. And related to homework questions, children, I gave you very simple questions to do. I am not finding any of the questions tough for you. So hope you may have done those questions. Fine. So thank you and have a nice day.